Alright, so we keep this hand. I think it's pretty clear at keep. We have Toolcraft into 2-drop, which we're pretty much always going to keep that unless it's like 5 more lands or something. Alright, this could be... Ooh, Llanowar Elves. That's a nice one. Haven't faced this yet. Karn, okay. So I think we want to play the Metallic Mimic first, because that will make all our servos bigger. Then hopefully they don't have a turn 2 Woolly Thoktar. That would be pretty powerful. And hopefully we can draw a land. A couple of lands in a row would be really nice. Alright, that's okay. This looks like an attack for 3. It's fine. We're tied for life total. And the Servo Expedition will actually give the Toolcraft Exemplar first strike. What? No attack? Well, that's interesting. I highly doubt they're trying to block. I suspect that they probably have a pump spell now, so maybe it's like Blossoming Defense, which, I mean, I guess that's pretty good here, but I don't think we're going to try to play around Blossoming Defense. This could be one of those situations where the opponent just misclicks, and they meant to attack and didn't, and now, like, I always misread these situations. I'm always, like, trying to put my opponent on, like, what level are they on? Do they have it? Are they bluffing it? What are they trying to do? Meanwhile, they're over there, oh, man, I misclicked. I meant to attack. And I'm like, all right, that means they must have Blossoming Defense. So now I'm playing around Blossoming Defense the whole game that they don't have. All right, well, they probably have it, but we're still just going to attack with the Toolcraft Exemplar. Yep, that's step 1. Alright, so I had the read. It was correct. Opponent didn't just misclick. But we still made the attack that I think we pretty much have to make in that spot. And we're not too worried about losing our Toolcraft Exemplar. That's okay. So they could tap both their creatures to crew the heart. Oh, that was good. Let's see if we play the Trinketeer. We just don't have any good attacks. We could exile the heart, and that would allow us to attack with the servos. I kind of want to wait and let the servos be 3/3s. So now the question is, do I Thopter Arrest now, or do I just Trinketeer? So I want to set up the play where whenever I draw a land, I can go Sram's Expertise into either the Trinketeer or the Arrest. Question is, which one do I want to do? I think, let's see, they could do something even more important that we have to deal with. I feel like if they play a creature and crew the heart and attack, like, we're at 20, we're not in danger of dying to that immediately, so I think we could afford to just play this. And then we have no attack. I suspect this is the matchup where Karn doesn't shine, but it still seems pretty decent. Like if we just draw mean, I guess in this draw we're land light, so it's not super good, but I could definitely see the game getting to a point where we're just making constructs with Karn, and those constructs would pretty much dominate this board. So it looks like this is just a mono-green stompy type deck. We're both on 3 lands. They have a Lone War Elf, though. So they kind of have the advantage at this point. Alright, they are going aggro, which means even if we don't draw the land, we can still just cast the Thopter Rest on the Heart of Kiran, and then we at least have attacks with our servos. And then they probably don't have good attacks back either, because we're just ahead in the race. Alright, well that's okay, because then if we draw the 4th land next turn, we can play the Heart off of that. Off the Sram's expertise, I mean. So here I think we're pretty far ahead in the race, that I'm not too worried about a swing back. They have 5 power on the board, plus an Oasis. But I mean, we're threatening lethal on board. So 11, we have 12 power. Not that we're going to attack with everything, but it means that they probably won't like attack out and try to cast one creature as a blocker, so then they just die to removal spell. I suspect they're going to hang back on defense. Yeah. And we do not draw land, but that's an acceptable card to have in this spot. We don't really have good attacks, but I think we want to get rid of that Ronus. We could attack with the 2 servos, and we'll trade 1 servo for 3 damage and a Kenra. That's reasonable. In fact, that might be the right play. I mean, if we wanted to, we could exile one of the Kenras now. That sounds bad, though. I think we just want to play this on the Ronus and just pass. Because we just want to draw land. Like, as soon as we draw land, we're in great shape. Okay. We were not drawing a land, not drawing a land, not drawing a land. There's the land. Alright, so the opponent decided they had enough. So in this matchup, I think Baffling End is good. I have not seen anything that leads me to believe the intervention is necessary. We saw Heart of Kiran is the only target for Fragmentize. They don't have any haste creatures. We're not trying to aggro them out. I think that we can win the attrition fight from what I've seen. Gideon can get blown out by a pump spell. I think Heart of Kiran might be a good add. So I think I want the Heart, and I want the Baffling Ends. So the question is, do we want these 7 removal spells? I think we can take out Karn. And since they don't probably have a lot of removal spells, I think just making our creatures larger is a good strategy. I think that we can cut like 1 Trinketeer and like 1 Mimic. Yeah, I think something like that is pretty good. Alright, Toolcraft into Mimic into Trinketeer. Good start, good start. So I'm kind of tempted to just name like Artificer with this Mimic, but that's probably wrong. Well, this doesn't happen a lot, but given that we have turn 3 Artificer, turn 4 Artificer, Artificer, I kind of like, I'm just gonna name Artificer here. As weird as this is. Watch me just draw mono servos from here on out, but so this isn't something that we should expect to happen very often, but I think that this is a time where it's correct to name Artificer, or Dwarf, I guess, same thing. I think all our Dwarfs are Artificers. I think all our Artificers are also Dwarfs. I don't know. So that was a good trade for us. A 2-for-1 killing your Llanowar Elf and your Blossoming Defense. The opponent mulliganed as well, so they're pretty low on resources at this point. Okay. I guess it attacks the same either way. I think our draw has been a little bit better than the opponent's this game. Alright, Harvester, that's a card. That's going to be not an easy one to attack through. Next turn we can play Toolcraft and start making servos. Alright, or that's it. We were drawing, oh yeah. Yeah, this is not going to end well for the opponent. Alright, so mono green, they had some not great draws. We had some pretty decent draws. Yeah, those games weren't particularly close.